They shaved all of our hair off our face and start calling us, boy. Go out there and pick that cotton, boy. Let me take your wife from you so I can lay down with your wife, boy. Let me grab your son so I can rape your son in front of you, boy.
It's time for you to rise, brother. Awaken out of sleep. Ain't you tired of walking around here and catch your hell, man? God of the earth walking around here like a bum.
That's right.
I'm supposed to have your garment, man. Walking around like a god.
That's right.
We steady getting shot down in the streets out here, man. We steady getting taxed, man. We steady getting racial discriminated against, though. They redlining us in these fixes, man.
That's right.
Everything they doing is against us. It's time to wake up. Read it again.
Whosoever committing sin is in violation of God's law. For sin is the transgression of the law. Sin is the breaking of God's law.
Read from the beginning again. Woe be unto the pastors. He say, woe, destruction unto these pastors. Cause sister, we letting God speak. We ain't saying a word.
That's right.
They're destroyed. At what? They're destroyed. With Christianity. They're destroyed. With love. They're destroyed. And tell them 10%. They're destroyed. And tell them God loves everybody. They're destroyed. And scared of the sheep of my past. That's why you getting tossed to and fro, sister.
One body.
One spirit.
One body.
One spirit.
Hey, we do the same thing every Sabbath, man. Try to give our people what they need to get their life on track, give them their heritage back. Some people don't want to accept it. Brother and sister, y'all know y'all nationality? Our people don't care, man. They'll rather keep walking around here being on the bottom, hunting around trying to find a piece of food or trying to find their next high instead of coming out here trying to do what thus says the Lord and find out who they are. Our people don't realize they've been snatched away from their heritage, man. Give me Jeremiah 17:4. Read that up.
Jeremiah chapter 17, verse 4.
Hey, that young brother. Hey, brother, you know your nationality?
Hey, brother.
That brother needs to get that spirit off of him, man. Read on.
That's right. And thou, even thyself, shall discontinue from thy heritage.
Hey, brother, you still walking around here preaching that Bible?
Oh, yeah. Giving him the glory.
You're giving him the glory? Are you giving him the glory, man, and you're not teaching our people to keep their commandments, man?
That's right.
You're not.
Teach the commandments. I preach.
You teach them? Okay, well, why you not keeping them, brother?
T.
These are the things we have to worry about, man. Our people being in a docile state of mind. They want to come out here and teach what the white man taught them and not teach the Bible the way it is written. Hey, brother, you know your nationality according to the Bible? What is it? You don't want to talk about it? You want to talk about who you are according to the Bible? How important you are to your God? These are the things our people deal with, man. We've been trained up to be dumb out here. We've been trained up to follow music and TV shows, follow the white man's way of life.
That's right.
He taught you Christmas, Thanksgiving. He taught you to celebrate Thanksgiving, the slaughter of 77 million Native Americans.
That's right.
So they can walk around on stolen land.
That's right.
That's what they taught you. But we trying to give y'all back what thus says the Lord.
That's right.
Nobody wants that back. Nobody wants their heritage back, man. God gave you something to live by. Give me some Rock 17 and 11. Hey, brother, what's your nationality according to the Bible?
My name is Carrington.
Carrington.
Yes, sir.
Come here, man. Let me talk to you. My name is Beer, brother. Nice to meet you. Got a question for you. Your name's Carrington, but I asked you, what is your nationality? Right.
I'm not from there. I'm from Canada.
That's cool. That's the land you from. But what's your nationality? You're Hispanic. So you pretty much say Mexican. So you will be out the tribe of Issachar.
That's right.
So that means you will be from the 12 tribes of the children of Israel.
That's right.
Did you know that? You did not? I'm going to ask you something, brother. What is your religion? You're Catholic. So in Catholicism, we're dealing with the popes. We're dealing with what they do. Have you ever paid attention to the church where the popes reside? How it shows the statue of the little baby giving him a fellatio on the statue? So you know they promote child molestation.
That's right. That's right.
That's not of your spirit.
That's right.
I'm gonna show you something, brother. You are really a Hebrew Israelite according to the Bible. I'm gonna ask you a question. What happened to your people? Whose land is this rear? Who does this land belong to? It belongs to God. But who were the first people to ever be on this land? No. The first people to ever touch this land right here in America was the Native Americans.
That's right.
Yeah.
The Native Americans were who? Indians, right? Do you know that you are a Native American? Okay, well, this land belonged to y'all and it was stolen from y'all.
That's right.
Through slavery and captivity, the things that happened to your people.
Bring it out, D.
Did you know that? Give me Deuteronomy 28 and 30. Read that for me, Ak, when you get there. Let me show you something. Your heritage, your history is in this Bible. This Bible only was given to the 12 tribes of the children of Israel. We were the only ones commanded to do what this Bible say do. Let me show you something. Read that.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 30. Thou shalt betroth a wife.
Thou shalt what?
Thou shalt betroth a wife.
Read.
And another man shall lie with her.
So when y'all was in this land, the so-called white man came over to this land, or the so-called Spaniards came over here, raped, robbed, killed the fathers, raped the mothers, had children by them, put the children in slavery. So he said another man will lie with your wives down in this land. That's what happened to y'all. Down here, the white man killed over 77 million Native American Indians. Slaughtered them, killed them, scalped them. I'm going to show you something. They used to say that the Native Americans scalped the white man, right? That's a lie. Because they couldn't carry all the bodies that they was out back to receive their bounty. So when they did was they scalped them, and they kept a count of the scalps that they got and returned them for the bounty, so they can make the money off of killing the Native Americans. I'm gonna ask you something. Do you celebrate Thanksgiving? That's good, because that's the slaughter of your people.
That's right.
That's the slaughter of our brothers.
That's right.
That got taken over into Portugal, Spain, and the slavery. He said another man will sleep with their wife. Read out.
Thou shalt build an house, and thou shalt not dwell therein.
Because when they came down here, they took the water, the oceans, the trees, they took everything. So in order for y'all to build y'all home, y'all had to purchase the wood from the so-called white man. So he said, what? Read it again.
Thou shalt build an house, and thou shalt not dwell therein.
Y'all was building the houses for them to live in, and y'all was living in shacks. Don't nobody understand that. See, your heritage is right here. Somebody need to give it back to you. Give me Job 24. You stay where you at. Keep reading.
Thou shalt plant a vineyard, and shalt not gather the grapes thereof.
When y'all was planting y'all gardens, when y'all had y'all donkeys and stuff out there in the field, taking care of y'all land, doing all this, the so-called white man came and snatched it from y'all.
That's right.
Our heritage has been taken away from us. And now we've been taught to do what? When we need food, what do? We go to the grocery store. When we need water, what do? We go to the grocery store. When we need clothes, what do? We go to the store. When in all actuality, making our own clothes, growing our own food, having our own livestock was all a part of our heritage. It had been taken away from us. I'm gonna ask you something. Where you live, bro? In Mesquite. Now, in Mesquite, where you live at, is it a mixed multitude, or is it just more Hispanics and black people in the same neighborhood? Hispanics and black people in the same neighborhood. It's more like the hood over there, right? It's okay. I'm gonna show you something. They give us that assumption that it's okay, but we still on the bottom in every city and every state. I bet where you live at don't look as good as it look in Frisco. It don't look as good as it look at University Park over there by SMU.
That's right.
Because they don't let our people stay over there. They give us what they want us to have. They redline us. It's a red line district. So they redline us in the areas that they want us to be in, and we all in one pack, in one place. Hey, you notice that? I'm gonna ask you something. You working? You don't have a job just yet? Okay. When you do get a job, hey, did you have a job? I'm gonna show you something, brother. Who was you working for when you had that job?
I was investing in a company.
You was making your money staying at home, but what company were you investing in?
Amway. Fabric company.
Fabric company? Who owns Amway?
I've met him a few times. Fabian.
Fabian? He's a Hispanic? He's not the owner of that company. I guarantee you it's a white man on that company. He bought it from him? Or he purchased the stock in it from him? See, this is the thing. Who owns the other 25? The white man, right? So he owns 75%. I'm guaranteeing you don't have your facts straight. And I'm going to say this because the white man owns everything around us.
That's right.
And a lot of our people don't know that. So, read on up.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 30.
Read.
Thine ox shall be slain before thine eyes.
Thine ox, y'all animals, they slayed all your oxes. All your food they took away from y'all. Read.
And thou shalt not eat thereof.
He said, and we would not eat thereof. So our food, they take it and they eat it. What did they give us to eat? They gave us the pig. They gave us the pork, the chitlins, hog balls. They gave us all the pig, all the abomination that the Lord said we were not to eat. That's what they gave us to eat. Read.
Thine ass shall be violently taken away from before thy face.
What does an ass do? An ass watches over your animal, and it also helps you what? Cultivate your land. Helps you do your work. They take that away from y'all. Y'all was using y'all own equipment to make sure that they fed their children, they fed their wives, they took care of their families. The same thing happening right now. What do we have a job for? We work to do what? To make the person we work for rich. And we only get what? Enough to do what? Pay our bills for a week. Pay our bills, feed our children, might even send them to school. But guess what we don't get to do? We don't get to relax and wait on people to make our money and bring it in. We have to go back to work the next week so we can pay our bills. This is what we have to do. That's a cold thing about it, but that's the way the world is set up. It's set up against you. It's set up against us because we are Israelites.
That's right.
Read.
And shall not be restored to thee.
Shall not what?
Shall not be restored to thee.
Right now, we don't cultivate our own land. We don't have our animals helping us out. We have a hard time taking care of our children. Everything that God gave us for us to be not dependent upon everybody, has been taken away from us. Now we gotta get a job to make sure we can go to their stores, buy their food to feed ourselves. Take care of our children through them. So the whole time, what does a check do? When you get a check, you go pay your bills. You take care of your children. You take care of your wife if you have one. That's what you do with your money. Guess what? It goes right back to the white man. Right back in their pocket. It's just a revolving door. So we gotta learn how to do what? We gotta learn to come back to who we truly are according to the Bible. A lot of these young brothers don't know how to be men right now.
That's right.
We depend on everybody else for services and systems when we really shouldn't. We need to be trying to come back to God.
That's right.
The Catholicism, that ain't nothing but a way to keep your mind in a docile state. You got a whole heritage that you need to be looking at. So to my brother right here from Louisiana, he got a whole heritage he needs to be looking at. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We got a God who loves us and he's holding something for us and we got to get it together.
That's right.
You know what you got to do first? You got to humble yourself. You being who you are, they slaughtered your people. 1492. Right. Came here, took them over into Portugal, Spain. They raped y'all women. They killed the fathers. And held y'all in them caves over there hunting for gold. That's what y'all slavery. My brother right here, 1619, they brought us over here from the west coast of Africa when we really from Jerusalem. But they brought us over here, and what did they do to us? They raped our women, they raped our men, they killed our children. They breeded our children to make another slave to be able to help them grow what? They crops, they food to be able to do what? To sell, to make money. This whole place you looking at is built off slavery. Everything we walking around on is built off slavery. So what do we need to do? Because guess what? We still in slavery right now today.
That's right.
Every day you get up and go punch that clock, you working for the white man. You got a social security card, and you got another man's last name. We ain't got the name of Yah like we supposed to have, the name of God. We got our slave master's last name. That's right. So it kind of made me wonder, I'm still doing research on it, but are the slave masters still getting the credit for the taxes that they taking out our check every year? Are they still getting that? It made me wonder, it made me think.
Yeah, right there, the white man.
But back on point here, we are in captivity right now. If ain't nobody noticed, we got to get up and punch a clock. And if we not punching the clock, what do we have to do? I'm a man. I came from these streets. Before I got a job, before I decided to do the right thing, I was out here selling dope. I was out here kicking in doors. I was out here doing stuff I didn't have no business. Guess what? Could have lost my life at any point in time because I'm robbing. Who was I robbing? My own people.
That's right.
Who was I selling dope to? My own people.
That's right.
I was killing my own people to try to feed my family. I was working against myself. Because guess what? Every time I was going to take something from another brother, his children got to starve.
That's right.
Every time I sell crack to somebody that's of my people, guess what? That's somebody's mother or father out here that can't take care of their children because they got a drug problem.
Bring it on, D.
The white man working against us to where we do what? Fight against each other instead of fighting against our enemy.
That's right.
I'm going to show you something, brother. Give me Deuteronomy 28, 46. Because if y'all don't, give me 28, 15. Let's see. Huh? The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 15. Read this.
Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe.
Observe means to keep or to obey. He said if we won't hearken, if we won't listen, read.
To observe and to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses.
All these what?
All these curses.
Curse means to be devoted to destruction. He said if we don't want to listen or do what he said do, that curse, all these curses, read.
Shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
He said these curses will come upon us and overtake us. Being to be devoted to destruction. So what curses came upon us since we disobeyed God? What happened to our people? Let me show you something. Read.
Cursed shall thou be in the city.
Don't we live on the bottom in every city and every state you go to? When you go to Louisiana, we in the hood.
You mean like what happened to us in Hurricane Katrina?
Over there, right. Same thing. Hey, when you go to Los Angeles, when you go to California, you go down to Compton, where we at? That's where we are. We in the hood. What's all around us? Guns, dope, drugs, liquor stores. That's all around us. What does that do? That keeps our people in a docile state of mind. These are the things they don't understand. You surround the people with something that you want them to deal with. So guess what? We start dealing with what? Drugs. We start selling each other drugs, doing foolishness. This is the thing we got to come out of. He said, since we don't want to do what he had to say, we will be cursed. Read.
And cursed shall thou be in the field.
I'm gonna show you something, brother. How many Arabs have you seen the police killing out here in the street? How many Chinese, Japanese have you seen the police killing out here in the street? Not that many. They not gonna deal with these other nations like that. They not gonna deal with these other nations like that, because when you deal with the Chinese, China gonna come down here and want to go to war about you dealing with their people like that. See, when you deal with them Arabs, oh yeah, they gonna put a bomb on their back and run in the building. You feel what I'm saying? But I'm gonna show you something. We down here and they slaughtering us in the streets and they calling us Africans.
Bring it on, D.
What African nation came down here to help us? No African nation came down here to help us.
That's right.
What happened to the people that kill our people in these streets? What happened to the police? What happened to them? They go to court and they get a what? They get slapped on the wrist. Let's see if that's Bible prophecy right quick. Read that.
Zechariah chapter 11 and verse 5. Whose possessors slay them.
See, right now we still in the possession of America. And he said whose possessors are slaying them, killing them. Read.
And hold themselves not guilty.
Mike Brown.
Not guilty.
Trayvon Martin.
Not guilty.
Sandra Bland.
Not guilty.
They killing our people out here and ain't nothing happening to them. You know why? Because we all 3/5 of a human being here. In the 13th Amendment, we 3/5 of a human being here.
That's right.
We're not even a full man in this nation that we live in right now. So that's why our votes don't count. That's why they can kill us and get away with it. That's why we can't seem to get a business loan.
Bring it on, D.
We get a loan for a car, a house, but we can't get a business loan.
That's right.
We get a loan for everything that'll keep you in debt. But we can't get a business loan to empower our people in our own business.
That's right.
To do something to thrive. I'm going to show you something. They redline the businesses. So, say, if I wanted to get a drug rehabilitation center, and I wanted to put it in Oak Cliff, they wouldn't let me. You know why? Because that's not the business that they want me to put over there.
That's right.
Now, if I wanted to put a liquor store or a club over there, I could do that. No problem. But to put something over there to help our people get off drugs, to put something over there for our sisters not to have abortions, they won't let us do that over there. Why? Because they want us to kill ourselves. That's why our situation is set up the way it is. They got us destroying ourselves through the mechanism that they put. I'm going to ask you something. How do drugs get into a community?
Make them think.
People bringing them in, right? Okay. What people have enough power to bring drugs from a whole nother country over here and flood it into the ghettos and the slums?
Teach, D.
White people. That's right. Now I'm gonna show you something. How do they get the drugs over here from over there? military. The military bring it over here. They flood our communities. They keep us in a docile state of mind. We are the top commodity. We spend all our money with everybody else. Every corner store, every liquor store, every store in your neighborhood is owned by an Arab, an Iranian, an East Indian, an African. It's owned by somebody else, but not our nations. So it's a big thing that we come back to God and do what we're supposed to do. Now, he said they killing us and they hold themselves not guilty. That happens to our people. Let me show you something. Where we at? 28 and read 48. Let me show you something. Read that.
Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 48.
Read.
Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies.
He said we was going to serve our enemies since we didn't do what he said too. Jeremiah 17:4. Read.
Which the Lord shall send thee against thee. In hunger.
In what?
In hunger.
He said in hunger for the food we eat, we will have to serve our enemies for it. We have to shop at their grocery store to feed ourselves. Read.
And in thirst.
We got to pay our water bill to who? Who runs the government? The so-called white man. This whole nation is ran by the white man.
That's right.
But guess what? We are in slavery to him. Because everything we need and we want, we got to go to him to get it. I'm going to show you this Bible prophecy. Read.
And in nakedness.
And for the clothes we got on our back, made in Taiwan, made in Italy, made in Japan. Read.
And in want of all things.
Everything we need and we want. We need a job. We need a Social Security card and a license. We got to go to him. These temporary agencies, who you think they owned by? Everything around us, we have to go to them to get what we need. You want to get married, you got to get your marriage license. You want to start a business, you got to go get the education from who? This is where it stands, brothers. We trying to get our people to come back home. We don't.
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee.
When they destroyed us, this is what you see out here. Our people in a docile state of mind. Our people sleep out here at these bus stops. They shooting our people down in the streets. This is what you see. This is what happens. Our people are lost, busted and disgusted out here. Things are going on with our people that's unimaginable. We got whoring from our sisters. We got lesbianism. We got homosexuality.
That's right.
All these things are being accepted right here, where you can do what you want. Do what you want right here. But as an Israelite, we got commandments.
That's right.
We got laws. We got statutes. Have to have the Catholic Church taught you that we supposed to keep the laws? They haven't told you anything like that. Let me show you something. You being an Israelite, you got laws, statutes, and commandments and things you're supposed to be doing. Did you know that it's very important that you do them? Because I'm going to show you this right quick. Give me Proverbs 7:2. This your God talking to you. This ain't me. This your God. I'm going to show you something. Proverbs 7:2. Read that.
Proverbs chapter 7 and verse 2.
Read.
Keep my commandment.
Do what?
Keep my commandment.
Read.
And live.
And what?
And live.
And what?
And live.
He said, keep my commandments and live. I'm going to show you something, brother. Without these commandments, we dead, mentally, spiritually, and physically. Without doing what God say, we just a walking charcoal. We walking flames. We got to come back and do what God say do. You being an Israelite, you got requirements. You got things that are asked of you to do.
Redemption, honor, glory, redemption, honor, glory, redemption, honor, glory, redemption. What time is it?
Not only was our enemy going to take us over here on slave ship, brother, they can teach us everything we know. Think they're going to tell you who you are? No. Bring it out.
The book of Joel, chapter 2, verse 27.
Read.
And ye shall know that I am in the midst of Israel.
God said he's in the midst of Israel, these 12 tribes, brother. Read.
And that I am the Lord your God.
The Lord who?
Your God.
Your God, very possessive. Read.
And none else.
None else. White, not the white man. Read.
And my people.
And who?
And my people.
Who's his people? Read.
Shall never be ashamed.
Because there's a bunch of people out here hollering they can't wait till the law get back, but they ain't doing nothing that he say do.
To what end is it for you?
To what end is it for you, the wicked? To what end is it for you, the other nations? Read.
The day of the Lord is dark.
It's what?
It's dark.
It's gonna be what?
It's dark.
Read.
And not light.
And what?
And not light.
It's gonna be dark around here. It's gonna be death around here.
This is why we ain't moving like we should be moving. Some of y'all got to get man up, man.
We had spiritual war. You Negroes want to go teach the white man, man. What kind of wicked is that?
Glory, redemption. Honor, glory, redemption. Honor, glory, redemption. What time is it? But the saints of the Most High shall take the king. What we gonna do? Shall take the king. What we gonna do? Shall take the king. What we gonna do? Shall take the kingdom. We don't. And possess the kingdom forever. How long? Forever.